Part of the reason why I got a house is so I could fucking, you know, hang out with my family. Like, why would I fucking go against that? It's still annoying though, because you know things like today happen.
All right, here we go. We have Nuka Zeus on Vlad TV.
Oh, this is like Rachel Dolezal, but male version.
And definitely one of our more interesting guests that we've had over the years. And, you know, before we get into your whole story, you're essentially a Caucasian man who at one point started to inject himself with a chemical that put melanin in your skin that would make you dark when you started going out in the sun.
Yes and no. It's not technically
Is that like the
melanin. People always think it's
anti-Michael
melanin, but it's just a peptide that is basically steroids. When it doesn't do anything unless I go into the sun. So the same thing as steroids helps people get muscle faster. The injections help me to get darker faster whenever I get into the sun. It's just tanning, you know, with ultra speed.
Got it. And we'll get into
Wait, why is he talking like that?
that whole part of the story, but I kind of want to go into
Is that also the steroids? Is that a side effect of the steroids? What's up?
Wait, so what happened? Is he what happened to his face?
He got skin injections to become black. It's like a steroid that I guess I don't know.
I don't think it's a steroid. He was saying it's like a steroid.
They look like it looks like
if you
acne.
work
It
out,
looks
you
like
get
acne
muscle.
scarring, but is it from injections?
I don't know.
I think he might just have bad
background
skin.
first. So
Okay.
where exactly did you grow up?
Basically two different places. When I was born up in New York, I lived there till I was about 10, and then I moved down south in small town areas in the middle of nowhere.
Okay. And what nationality are your parents?
Technically, I consider them human. But
What? Okay, first of all, someone's saying, "Isn't this blackfacing?" I don't even know what this is at that point. I mean, it's literally blackface on steroids. Okay,
Literally.
but it's like effort. The effort that he put into, the
But I
effort
don't
that he
think
put
he's
in.
trying to put black people down. I think
The
he
effort-
admires them so much that he's trying to become them.
The effort that he put into it, I just like, you know. Also, you know my take on this stuff, okay? Rachel Dolezal's the queen, okay? It's pretty funny. Where, you know, for the humor of it, it's like not a single person is like this person is currently alive specifically for other people's joking and other people's jokes and humor, okay?
I guess you could say other people would consider them Caucasian, or some Italian, Sicilian.
Oh, so he was black already. Never mind. See, thank God. Okay, we found out. All right, it's cool. It's cool. He was POC already. It's cool.
Italian.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have a sister as well?
Yes.
Okay. So
okay.
You're growing up sort of all over the place. You went to the Art Institute for a year?
I went there for a couple of years, I think. I went to multiple colleges.
Okay, and you didn't
Dude,
graduate?
They love
though?
Italian hands.
No, it wasn't really my path in life that I wanted to take. I tried it out, and it wasn't for me.
Yeah, art wasn't for me, so I decided to be black. What? What? He just like gave up on any sort of career and decided to just be a white guy who is black now. He decided this is his thing.
Okay. Now, we'll go ahead and show a picture of what you look like originally, with extremely, you know, pale skin and you know.
Oh my God. Bro, he had a ginger beard, bro. He had a ginger beard. That's crazy. And he's got the white person hair. He's got like super straight hair. I don't even think he's Italian. I think he's like literally Irish, bro. He's looking like the furthest from like, even on the Caucasian scale, like even on the white scale, he looks whiter than like normal white people. He looks like Nesua.
A white guy.
Yeah, he's not even like Southern Italian, dude.
You rubbing your feet all over my shoes?
Nah, brother, he is 12 generations American. This is wild to me, okay, in every way. I'm looking at his YouTube channel on the other screen, and it's fucking crazy. What else is crazy is it's been 16 minutes, and I haven't run the ad at the top of the hour, so I'm going to run it right now. 60-second ad break is upon you. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime, okay? Or if you're lucky, you get gifted a sub. Here's a 1 minute ad break now. Boom.
A Caucasian man. And up until the point where you started injecting yourself, were you into black culture, had a lot of black friends, into hip hop, or what was the attraction initially?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been around black people my whole entire life. My first friends, like ever, you know, when my parents first sent me to daycare, they're
Wait, he has to dye his beard, I think. Because his beard is like fucking ginger.
Yeah,
like
I
his
just
beard
gonna
was
say,
like
you
ginger.
He's obviously putting a lot of effort into this look, so that is not surprising at
Yeah,
all.
you can't
right?
just change. I was thinking like he had some sort of.
He has to like maintain this.
You can't just change your hair color.
This is pretty funny. He's like, he saw a black person and was like, this is my thing now.
Yo, this dude's sick.
I'm doing that.
there's a black guy there. He became my best friend, and my parents were friends with their friend or his friends, and it's just like, it seems like I bounced around different schools, and it's like every school that I went to, I always gravitated to the black people for some reason. And it's just, I just connected more with, I don't know. And then I moved down to the South, and then I thought everybody was human, what I'm saying? I didn't really realize that there was a difference between white and black. But only through hindsight did I realize that I gravitated to black people. But when I moved to the South, I learned from,
I mean, yeah, having black friends is like the same as being black. Yeah, that makes sense.
people around me that, hey, you're not human. You're either white or you black. So that kind of started the whole thing. And then I don't know. We'll get into that later. But to answer your question,
We're all humans, so I decided to
I've
change.
always felt a little different, and I always felt like I wanted to have darker skin. My whole family has darker skin than me, and my sister used to tease me and say I wasn't part of the family, say I was adopted because I was so.
Bro, he did not have darker skin. Like he was so pale.
Light skinned, and I just wanted to be like all my friends and stuff like that. So in middle school, I started thinking about doing plastic surgery to become, see if I could do the opposite of Michael Jackson. And then I was like,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think like black people should be more worried about this person than like a racist, like an out and about racist person, because like this dude will kill you and wear your face. Okay, he's got some real serial killer energy here. Like the level of involvement and production that goes into being, I guess, trying to be black. I was going to say being black, but he's not. It's like, this is way scarier, dude.
What? Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to be me. You know what I'm saying? As I progressed in.
Dude, please tell me there's more of this.
Part 1.
This is part 1. Where's part 2, bro?
There's literally a link to it in the.
To adulthood,
No, there isn't.
I started.
Okay, you said at one point you wanted to commit suicide.
Yeah, there's been a few times
Okay, was that before you started injecting yourself or after?
before.
Okay, and why did you want to kill yourself?
A couple of different times. Sometimes it just, I
Wow. Yeah, there you go, chatters. You were all making fun of him, dude. Guess what? Not me, though. I was supportive from the jump.
like if somebody singles me out, and tries to like say that I'm not black, it's like it just hurts my soul, and it's just like it's hard to explain. Like if I'm not black, what I don't even want to be here.
This
You know
was
what I
his
mean?
dad. You don't get it because it's black Bruno and white Bruno.
Cutie called me 1 second.
Cis people are like, I'm an ally until you ask for the fucking tiniest thing. Like, don't stream the Turfs game. Just to be clear, I've said this many times. Why would this be calling me out? At 9:42 at like fucking at before I even said anything. Said you would? I don't know. Yeah, I said it like an hour ago.
Turfs game.
Also, why are you trying to farm drama, dude? What, are you guys that desperate? Plus, guys, I'm an LGBT foe, so I'm not an ally. You know what I mean? Well, this is an ace lesbian non-binary woman who uses the she/they pronouns, and they are saying that cis people are claiming to be allies, but then when you ask cis people like, don't stream the turf game. Turf is trans exclusionary radical feminist. Like J.K. Rowling, she hates trans people. She's a transphobic person. So they're like, don't play the Harry Potter game.
Oh wow,
Yeah, I mean, it's just. What? I'm an ally until I acknowledge the world exists around me. Wait, what? I'm not. I'm a foe. LGBT foe. People that try to find a way to be like, giving her money is help. No, first of all, giving her money is helping her pass legislation. Dog, she's already like a multi-billionaire, okay? And also, like, as a multi-billionaire transphobe, she in Turf Island, like, they don't need her funds to be more fucking transphobic, okay? So that's one. Two, it sucks. Like, the only thing is that it sucks because it's like an indirect celebration of J.K. Rowling when you play her IP. When you play a video game programmed by people that have nothing to do with her, that are made by people that have nothing to do with her, but it's still her IP. Okay? If you somehow pirate the game, though, that'd be funny to play. Why? Okay. Whoa. But regardless, the thing is, I mean, J.K. Rowling is like still alive and well and being transphobic as fuck. So it's a little bit different than all these other. You were talking about raising money while playing the game, right? Yeah, I mean, people will still get mad at me if I actually played it and then raise money. People will get more mad at me for raising money or what do you call it? For anything and everything. Have you seen the insane Twitter thread related to Harry Potter stuff? Why is there slave labor in Harry Potter? Couldn't you just do magic to do stuff? Why did she put that in? Learning about those books was a huge mistake. Guys, J.K. Rowling sucks. But like, it's fake. The other thing I was gonna say is the ethical consumption thing is really silly because it doesn't exist. Like every corporation, unfortunately, in the reactionary world that we live in, every corporation that you consume the product of is in some way, shape, or form funding the Republican Party in the United States of America, and those very same Republicans,
Democrats too,
and Democrats too, but like they're fucking funding the Republicans as well. It's 50-50 split. And then they turned around and, passed the incredibly psychotic, bloodthirsty anti-trans legislation like the one in Texas. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's continue.
It's like, I don't know. It just hurts when my own people turn their back on me.
Okay. And you've been diagnosed with ADHD, right?
Yeah.
Anything else that you've ever been diagnosed for? Or is that it?
I also have a SVT, which makes my heart pump faster and harder than normal.
Okay. So
It feels like the same stuff is said is the same stuff you're saying about this guy, though. What about this dude being not black but like wanting to be black? I mean, there's a difference. I mean, there's the trans what is it, like racial dysphoria or transracialism is like a documented phenomenon, usually for people, I believe, that grow up as adopted children, like adopted white children in black households. But beyond that, it's not like beyond that, it's not a thing. Especially considering that you don't really inherit your gender from your parents. Like, yeah, I'm an adopted child of two lesbian parents, so of course I'm a woman. Like, that's not how it works. You know what I mean? Yeah, the way that you wrap yourself with your gender expression and whatnot is gender expression and whatnot is like subjective. It's an experience. It's to be experienced. Whereas 99 and 100 cases is just transculturalism, Lamau. Whereas, he is just LARPing. I'm saying this is a trans woman. He's talking about wanting to commit suicide because of his racial dysphoria. Okay, I mean, not like, what do you mean? So, okay, then we should do the same attitude about people that say they're like fucking animals too, or just anything and everything. I mean, you don't have to. You can say that, it doesn't turn it into a valid thing. Going for the fence with the Bella Hadid interview, you mad lad? It didn't work. It did not happen.
when you found that solution, what's it called? Melanotan?
Melanotan too.
Melanotan. Okay.
What?
How'd you find out about melanotan?
How did I find out about it? I seen pictures on the internet, floating around here and there, and I thought it was fake. And one of my friends was showing me Martina Big, and I was like, "That's fake. That ain't real." And they're like, "No, that's real." And then I thought about the injections, but I never pursued it. And then about a year later, I was thinking about committing suicide.
By the way, to be clear, I mean, when it comes to stuff like this, I just think it's like funny, I don't think this is like destructive or anything like that. I know other people probably have a way more serious approach to it, but for me, I don't give a fuck. Like, it is strange. And that's pretty much it.
And I was like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try the drugs, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to kill myself anyway. Let me see what it's like. So I did it, and then, I started liking it. I started getting happy, and I love it.
Okay, I actually looked up Martina Big, and this is a white woman who
Oh
took
my
the same
God.
thing and turned really dark.
Yeah. Supposedly she tans a lot more often than me and takes a lot more than I do. I wish I could get that color.
Okay, so you started to inject yourself with this stuff, and I guess it costs around $40 a bottle?
Yeah.
All right. When you first started injecting yourself, I mean, did it hurt? Was there a burning or a pain or side effects?
Well, when I first started taking it, I was very scared because I looked up the all the different side effects that it could have, and I was really scared. So I gave myself anxiety, and I thought that was a side effect. So when I first started taking it, I was feeling a little weird, my brain wasn't feeling right, but it was basically me giving myself anxiety because I was so scared of what if I die or what's going to happen, is my dick going to fall off? I had no idea. And then as time progressed and I got used to it, that went away.
I was running
Okay,
away.
because isn't this used for erectile dysfunction?
When they first invented the injection,
What?
they were making it for erectile dysfunction disorder, but they found out that when people go into the sun, they just happen to get, a lot darker, a lot faster. And I started.
Okay, fuck this guy now. Okay, he gets to have powerful boners now. What's up? He's taking boner pills.
At first, it didn't do anything different with my libido. Is that the right word? Is
Yeah.
libido? And but as I started taking more of the injections and going to higher dosages, now it's like it's doing what it was originally made for. It gives me a lot of random boners that are hard to get rid of.
Okay,
No,
so
I don't think Webby
originally
rated. I think he's
an
just
injection
was
would last you a month,
glancing over.
but
on his
as you
stream or
kept
something.
doing it, now you have to do it every 5 days.
Right. It actually started being more than a month. It started off at like a month and a half. A vial would last me, and I just keep upping my dose, and now it's at the point where it's 5 days, and I want to up it more, but I'm not sure how dangerous that is. People are already telling me that I'm taking high dosages. I need to be careful of my liver. I need to be careful of my blood-brain barrier. So, and there's nobody out there to talk to, to be like, what's the maximum you can take? Because I'm already taking past the recommendation.
Okay, does this have to be prescribed by a doctor, or you can just order it on
You can
the
just
internet?
buy it off of Amazon or a couple other different places online.
Okay, you didn't want to go see a doctor to work with a doctor on working,
I
seeing,
tried.
testing your levels and stuff?
I tried going to one of my primary care doctors, and I told them about it, and they told me to stop taking it because that was back when I had anxiety for it. And I was like, "Look, can you give me something to stop with this anxiety?" And they were like, "No, I'm not going to give you anything to mask side effects of this. If you don't like it, stop taking it." And I was like, "All right, well, can you at least
the
take
doctor literally was like, "No, it's good that you're anxious to take this medication because you're not supposed to." Oh no.
blood, check my liver, make sure everything is okay internally." They did do that, but I went back again, and when I wasn't
Someone in the chat said, "This is really inspiring." Dude, live your dreams. Live your dreams. Live your dreams.
feeling well, and they just kept telling me, "Look, stop taking it. If you're not going to stop taking it, we suggest you go seeing a therapist." And then I just stopped going to that doctor.
Instead of going to the therapist, the doctor was right, dude. Please tell me this is a part 3. Oh, fuck. There's no part 3. God damn it. I mean, he should have fucking been. He should have just like gone to the
You
therapist.
said you'd rather live a short life and experience a lot than live a long life and not experience shit.
Exactly, because what's life without experiences?
Wait, oh, there is a part 3. Wait. Oh my God, he hates white people? Oh, that's awesome.
Okay. Well, before you started doing this, Rachel Dolezal was in the news, right?
Yeah.
When you saw Rachel Dolezal, who was a white woman who pretended to be black, she kind of styled her hair a certain type of way to make herself look mixed. She joined the
Vlad, you better fucking not disparage our queen Dolezal. How dare you? She is so much more than that. I think people often forget that, like, Rachel Dolezal straight up get part 3. Okay, chat, chill. Okay, we'll look at that. Okay, here's part 3. But I gotta say this about Rachel Dolezal real quick. People forget that she literally, like, she was the head of the NAACP chapter. Like she literally was. She wasn't just like, she was living it, okay, to the fullest. I mean,
Okay, so you started to inject yourself, And we'll go ahead and show a video of you in the beginning.
At the Streamer Awards, you were the Latino Dolezal? Okay, dude. Why? Because I was looking fucking. I was looking Flexican as fuck. Is that why?
Beginning of the process.
What up, y'all? Nuka Zeus here, representing that black power, you know what I'm saying? I've been taking the melanin.
Stop it. No.
Nuka Zeus here, representing that black power, you know.
Oh my god. Oh, this is awesome, dude. This is fucking ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying? I've been taking the melanotan 2 tanning injections. That's right. The injections that I inject into myself as an experimental drug that supposedly makes your pigments work in overtime to produce more melanin in the skin when you're out in the sun. So today is day 7 that I've been taking it.
And as you could see, this.
Oh, come on. Dude, this guy's doing it for clout, okay? Like, I think he was like, if I don't get fucking attention, I'm gonna, video game myself. It wasn't if I'm not perceived as black, I'm gonna video game myself. It was more like, I need attention immediately, like pronto.
The skin is very pale. You also don't have the cornrows and everything else like that. And you start to shoot yourself up with this. And it's like a syringe that you have to inject into your vein.
No, anywhere in your body. They recommend fatty areas. People do with their stomachs, but I have a thing. I'm scared to stick my stomach. So I tried my buttocks at first, but I don't know. It hurt when I jabbed my ass. So I found a spot in my leg where my leg connects to my hip. And I just inject.
You skip Black History Month, and then you do this.
Back there, and I don't feel it when it goes in.
Okay, so you start to inject yourself, and right away you start to notice that your skin would get darker as you went out in the sun.
It took about a month. It took about a month, maybe 2. Looking back at some of my old pictures, I can see myself slowly getting darker. But when you're doing it, when you're looking at yourself every day, you don't really notice progression. But it takes a couple weeks to actually start seeing results.
Someone said, just claim you're Native American like a normal white guy. Yeah, what the fuck? Why do you have to go? I mean, he can't. He just wants to say the N-word, I think. That's why he needed to go the extra step. Oh, it's awesome.
Okay. And after how many weeks did you feel like?
I need to go get ready.
Are we going? We're not going together?
Yeah, we are. But I'll come. Why don't you come meet me and then we'll go together? I'll
Okay.
just call an Uber and then I'll come pick you up on the way.
I was gonna drive. Wait. Oh, are you gonna?
Bro, I have my.
Oh, you're gonna have your driver?
No. He's not with me. He's not.
What are you gonna do? I'm gonna drive then.
I got one other person with me.
Okay.
You can drive. Can you fit us all?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's not like crazy.
All right. I mean, don't you want like a little bit more space? Like, can we all fit in there?
I think we can all fit in there. Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. I don't have a driver with me, okay? Don't tax me, motherfucker. I already pay my fair share.
All right, let's do it. We'll do it.
Okay, thank you all for having me. I'm sorry I was on the phone. Very
Bro,
important.
I'm gonna.
Very important. You gonna ban me?
I'm gonna pick Austin up in the Camry.
Fuck you.
I'm gonna be like, dude, it's sick. Like, yeah, let's take the
Fuck
Porsche.
you.
And then I'm gonna end up picking him up in the Camry. Like, what's up?
All right. Peace out, guys. I'm out.
Austin.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right, let's continue with this.
Like, all right, I'm at the skin tone that I want.
I'm not there. I can't get there. I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to increase my dosage or to go into the sun more. I've gotten a little bit lighter than I was in the past because I stopped going into the sun. I stopped going into the tanning beds every other day. I would go tanning beds every other day, and the days I didn't go in, I would go out into the sun for an hour and lay there. I cut back on that some, because I
Bro, this is the one time where you're like, don't touch grass, maybe. You know what I mean? Bro, he has like liver updates. I think his liver is failing.
I mean, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I'm scared, you know what I'm saying? All that shit, all the UV rays and stuff, you know? So I don't know what to do. You know, I want to get darker, but what am I supposed to do?
Well, there's a video on your YouTube channel. We'll go ahead and show it. And this is day 50, where you're extremely darker than when you started.
Yeah.
And at that point, it seems like you're happy and, you know, this is the effect that you wanted.
Today is day 50. That's right. Half of 100 days I've been injected on myself, and I am, as you can see, I am getting darker, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how I get in the sun. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like I look like I'm 10 shades lighter than I am, but then I go into the shadows and in the shade, and I look darker. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah, I was very happy. I was very happy. I did look quite orange in that picture or that video, but that was because I was also taking bronzing lotions at the same time. I didn't know that bronzing lotion.
I don't know. I think like it's more like he just wants to be like darker. I don't fucking know. He just looks like some white guy doing blackface. What the fuck? I mean, yeah, straight up. I've never not known what a person is saying.
Lotions turn you orangey.
Okay, so day 50, now you essentially look like a black man to a certain degree.
It is not.
What's the effect of people around you, your family, your sister, your friends, your coworkers?
They were all, you know, happy that I was happy. And there's really there was no difference really. They were just happy that I was happy. And you know, some of them, they were like, you know, I knew I wouldn't put it past you to do something like this. And I have some screenshots I could probably share with you. I can't remember what some of
Bro,
my,
he literally had to dye his hair and beard to look less white. Like he is so white that he's got a ginger beard and blonde hair, okay? Like he had to fucking, like, it is way too much work, dude. What are you doing?
my homeboy said. But I asked one of my homeboys, and through text, and I was asking him, I was like, how do you personally feel about this? And he's like, that's you, bro. That's your body. If it makes you happy, you know, all power to you, and don't listen to what everybody else says. I was like, well, what do you think about people that are trying to say negative things about me taking the injections? He's like, pay them no mind. They ain't living your life.
Okay, well, then you took it a step further and you got some tattoos on your arms.
No, I've had the tattoos for years.
Okay, so
People that keep saying difference between this and trans, I get why you're being so hard on him. He's not hurting anyone. Because I don't, first of all, I'm not saying he shouldn't exist. I think it's funny that he does. But I've already described the difference between this and being trans.
so before taking these shots, you got those tattoos.
Correct.
Okay, can you show the first one and the second one?
Well, technically, they're the same thing. You know,
Okay.
you know, fuck whites.
Fuck whites, black power. That's the same thing, he says.
Black power. That was the whole message behind it. You know, people say it's two tattoos, but I consider it one because it's continuation.
Okay, this dude is definitely a threat to black people. Okay, straight up.
Okay, so a white guy walks into a tattoo parlor and he says, I want fuck whites on one arm and black power on the other.
I got
Was a
turned
tattoo?
I got turned down 3 times.
I bet.
Yeah.
Are these white or black tattoo artists that are turning you down?
They were black Hispanic.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what they were.
I mean, tattoo artists aren't really supposed to turn anybody down. I mean, this is their money. Like, how was the reaction when they turned you down?
Well, the one guy said, hell no, I ain't tatting that ignorant shit on you. But it's funny because later, after I got it tatted on and like people in the community were, you know, cool with me and everything, I went to him and I was like, I want to get my tattoos redone to look better. He's like, I got you. He's like, I can redo them for you and make them better. So before he was saying no, he wasn't going to do it. Then I did it. And now he's willing to, do it, you know what I'm saying, and make it look better.
Okay, but you
Dude, this is what happens when, like, deep racial wounds in this country go unexamined for so long. And, like, it doesn't obviously create intergenerational trauma for black people and, like, harm their existence and their material conditions. But also it breaks white people's brains in this way too. This is like this is the next level of, like, how those white people sometimes will do probably the most sus person I've ever seen. Oh yeah. You know how, like, you see white people, like, they'll be like, oh my God, I'm gonna put chains on myself and I'm gonna wash black people's feet. Like, they're just over the top, and it's like hyper individualized. Like, you're not doing anything. You're actually being really fucking weird. You're still otherizing black people. Okay? And, like, not a single person thinks you're doing this for good, except for you personally. Okay? This is that version, but to the next level.
you did find a tattoo artist to do it the first time,
Right.
and you got fuck whites and black power on your arms.
That was that was I was going to say have something else tatted on, but it was the last 5 minutes that I changed what it was going to say. Originally, this was going to say kill Whitey and black power.
He's so proud of it. Like, that's not what black power is. Bro, this is literally like you're making it worse. Like, you're giving racist ammunition. No, what the fuck? He just straight up is like his understanding of black power is so fucking white, it's mind-boggling. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, this is what I mean. This is what they do. This type of shit. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys, dude? Don't do that. His comment on Black Tinder. I've said that a bunch of times. We can't have nothing to ourselves. What? If your dating life was a person, who would that be? My question is, why are white people on BLK? That's my issue. What? What the fuck is BLK? Oh, is it Black Tinder? Bro was in the clan and then switched teams mid-game. White supremacist, but it's opposite day? Oh, this guy's awesome, dude. I'm sorry. He's fucking crazy.
But
Okay.
I was at my female friend's house, and it was a mutual homeboy of ours that did the tattoos. And literally right before we started, she was like, "I don't know about kill Whitey. That's a little too much. Why don't you just say something like fuck whites?" So I was like, I guess that still says the same thing. I was like, all right.
No, it doesn't. And also, what are you saying? Like, what is he saying, dude? What? What? Bro, it's pretty funny that, like, people around him are just, like, trying to, bring him back down to earth. I guess he, like, I don't know.
All right, cool. We'll do that then. So, yeah.
Well, being a white man that says fuck whites on his arm, you're kind of saying fuck yourself.
I've never considered myself white. I consider myself human being. And then when people told me you have to pick a side, you're not human. You have to be either, something. If you're going to label me.
Dude, yeah, that's only black and white people on the planet, by the way. And they're constantly warring. Dude, he thinks it's like a Dark Souls starting class, dude. He's like, yeah, I wanted to respect. You know what I mean? Like, I was doing the strength build, and then halfway through I gave up. I decided, dex build is all the way. I had to respec. I love the idea of picking a side when it comes to race, because it is probably the most like painfully Caucasian fucking take you can have. Because like, dude, black people can't pick a side. They're just black. You can't like switch it on and off. You know what I mean? So the idea that you're like, I'm going to pick a side and I'm going to pick the side of black is just like, well, okay, there you go. This is an incredibly white thing to do.
Put me in the right category. You know what I'm saying? I'm not white. I'm not in that category. I'm in the black category.
Well,
this is what happens when you this is what happens when you watch too much CRT, dude. Brother, they're teaching CRT in our schools. Fiona, my God, Fiona's here. Sorry. They're turning our kids black, brother. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm ready for his as a black man tweet the service. What do you mean? We've been looking at them already. This is one of them. There are a lot of them. This is another one. It's great. This is great in every way.
when you start doing this, you're going to get a reaction, obviously. There's always been a thing in America with blackface, where you have white people that paint their face black. You know, every Halloween, a bunch of people end up losing their jobs for, you know, Halloween costumes of blackface and so forth. But what you're doing is not blackface. You're actually, you know, changing your skin color chemically.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's black body. I've said this before. It's like Justin Trudeau. You know what I mean? Like the amount of effort that he put into it is like, it's something beyond. He's just like, he's not just doing blackface. Like he's working hard.
I mean, it's also people are ignorant of what blackface is. Blackface is, you know, putting on makeup or paint with the sole intent to then mock and degrade black people.
Yeah, I say, as I literally have a black power tattoo and a fuck white tattoo. And I think those two mean the same thing. You know, that's totally different. You are definitely not making a mockery of black people by adopting like some kind of broken fucking AAV where you can't even do it right. Like the brothers from the twins, what the fuck are their, what were their names? Like the Channel 5 twins, like those dudes are literally like, I mean, they grew up in a black neighborhood, like the Hoff twins. They grew up in a black neighborhood. Like you can tell that the people around them are not uncomfortable by their presence. Like they are not, you know, they're not LARPing in the way that this dude is clearly LARPing. Bro turned on skill-based matchmaking to meet Rachel Dolezal.
I'm not doing that. I'm being myself. I just happen to be darkening my skin at the same time of also being black, but from a lighter body.
Chet Hanks is blacker than this guy.
NAACP and was fighting
Chet Hanks
for-
is less offensive as a person, I think, than this person, probably.
Before you started doing this, Rachel Dolezal was in the news, right?
Yeah.
when you saw Rachel Dolezal, who was a white woman who pretended to be black, she kind of
thought,
styled
"That's
her
it,
hair
that's
a
my
certain
shit."
type of way to make herself look mixed. She joined the NAACP and was fighting for, black rights and so forth. When it was exposed that she was actually white and there was the whole backlash, how did you feel about that?
At first I disliked her. I hated her. You know what I'm saying? I talked shit about her all the time, and for quite a few years. But I had a chance to actually sit down and talk.
Wait, he talked shit about her? What the fuck? I mean, that's just projection. Like, what? How are you going to talk shit about Rachel Dolezal, a queen? Oh my God, dude. What is happening? He's worse than Rachel Dolezal. Like, he's actually so much worse than Rachel Dolezal. At least, like I said, at least Rachel Dolezal, like, worked hard. You know what I mean? Like, Rachel Dolezal literally was a part of the NAACP and shit. Like, she's... This guy was like, fuck it, I'll get black power tattooed on my body, and then that's it.
Talk to her and, one-on-one and hear her full story and everything. And I understand, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I have no problem with her now, you know what I'm saying? I mean, she's trying to do something for black people, so what's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? I see no problem with her trying to do it. I mean, she worked for AA, like she was doing things, you know what I'm saying? Good things for the community.
Damn, he the AACP, like, that's how we call it. Stop, dude. He just made up a new way to say NAACP.
So I really don't see any problem with her doing whatever she wants to do. If she wants to be black, fine, let her be black.
How did you end up sitting down with Rachel Dolezal?
A mutual friend of ours.
What is that, like a guy that collects fucking white people that want to be black like Pokemon? What is this mutual friend of ours? How did you meet a guy that also happened to know Rachel Dolezal? I'm sorry. That's crazy, okay? Or I guess the inverse of that is true. It'd be crazier if there wasn't a person that would be friends with two of the same archetype. Yeah, his friend is Justin Trudeau. Mutual friend of ours, you might know him as the premier. He's we call him Black Trudeau.
And I asked him, because he was saying that he talked to her and did an interview with her, and I was like, shit. I was like, do you think I can ever
Prime Minister
say something to her? And he was like, yeah. And then that's how it started. And then we text with each other.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I want to sit down with her. I want to pick her brain and kind of see where she's at these days. Because it is a very interesting kind of thing. It's like someone pretending.
He's gonna get Rachel Dolezal on. He has to get Rachel Dolezal on as well. They should come on together.
But they're actually part of the NAACP, so sort of a weird type of thing.
It's just weird when people say pretending to be black, because I don't see it as pretending to be black. I can't really speak for her, but I think she's very similar to me. But I'm not pretending to be black. I'm just me. I just happen to, you know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of coincidences.
What?
Okay. And as you sort of...
Vlad doing incredible work interviewing this fine fellow. Okay. He just keeps saying, okay.
Go through this transformation, you refer to white people as cave beasts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice way to degrade the oppressor, in a nice way, you know what I'm saying? Instead of, I don't know, it's a nice term to, say fuck you,
Okay. When you said that you hate white people so much that you want to murder them and in turn you want to kill yourself?
No, because I'm not white.
Okay.
Nor is my family. We're human beings.
Okay.
Dude, he got the cheat code, dude. Oh no, my family's not white. They're human beings. Got it. Okay, I need more. I need so much more of this, dude. Come on. Oh, dude, here it is. Okay, that's part 4. This is part 7. Okay, we gotta find part 5. Chat, we gotta find. Oh, there it is. Part 5. Part 5. Part 5. Oh fuck yes. Oh fuck yes. This is so good.
Okay. There was something about shooting up a school or
What?
a mass murder about white people or something like that.
Okay, so a lot of people think that there's self-hate with me, and there is no self-hate. I don't hate myself. I hate white people. So, like I said,
But
back
you're
when I first
white.
moved down to the South, I didn't know there was a difference between people. I thought we were all human. So but I moved to a town that was very segregated, had nothing but white and black people. There was no
Bro, I think like what happened is someone told him he can't say the N-word and he like lost his mind. It just broke him, okay? He was like growing up and someone like beat his ass because he said the N-word or something. And then after that, I was like, I thought we were just people. I thought we were just people. And then he just like kept saying that to himself. I thought we were just people. I thought we were just people. I thought we were just people. And now it's just, this is his personality now, okay? He's just lost his mind.
Mexicans, no mixed people, no Chinese, no Indians, just white and black. And nobody fuck with each other. You know what I'm saying? So when I walked to the school, you know what I'm saying, all the blacks were on one side and all the whites were on the other. And I was confused. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to sit. And
Oh, the blacks.
I wanted to be friends with everybody because I consider people human.
He
You know what I'm
said
saying?
all the blacks. Yeah. I mean, he also said kill Whitey, which is like that's. I feel like that's an invention of white people that black people say that all the time. You know what I mean? That's like blacks kill Whitey. These are all like blacks rule. These are all like white inventions created by people that have never been around black people. So does he say the N-word or what? What's going on? I mean, I think we all know. Like, we all want to know that's. I know I want to know. Does he say the N-word? Is he allowed to say it? If Vlad doesn't ask him this question, like, he is not doing a good job interviewing this person, okay? Oh, my God. It says Nuka Zeus on why he uses the N-word. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. I did not see the fucking... I did not see the title, dude. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't see, difference in anything. But as time progressed, all the white people, they were giving me a lot of shit. They were like, why you keep hanging out with them, and, saying racial slurs and shit like that, and it just started turning into...
Like what? Racial slurs? Like what?
Like something big, and they kept telling me, that they was gonna hang me with my coons, that I was a nigga lover, that they was going to, hang me if I come back to school, tie me up to a truck, drag me down a dirt road, they would jump me, they would beat me, and then like me going through this shit all the time, and then watching all my people, go through it all the time, I was like, I had enough of it. I felt like, what else was I supposed to do, or what would anybody else in my position do? I wanted to get rid of this.
Dude, like so many different things, okay? So many different things before this, okay? Like, I don't even believe this story that he's mentioning, but there is like a lot that he could have done. Pretty much anything else, I think. Like, literally anything else would have been preferable to what this is, what he ended up at. Just not that. Also, white races in the South using this the soft A when they're talking about him loving black people.
That was, being directed toward me and the rest of my people. So I decided to take matters into my own hands and strike back. And that was
like, instead of like beating the racist people's asses or whatever, he decided to what? Like, he decided to be like, try to be black? What?
the whole school shooting incident.
Okay.
Other details I'm not going to get into because I'm saving that for the documentary. But
Okay.
that's where all the hating for white people started, the way that they treated me and all my people. And then as time progressed in life, you know, I see shit happening all the time, you know, on TV, and it just infuriates the fuck out of me. And it makes me hate white people even more and more as time goes by.
Dude, this is literally someone with the most conservative brain you can have. Because like what he's talking about is like, oh, the TV, I see it all the time and it makes me hate white people. Like that, it feels like this dude is literally a cartoon, a conservative psyop. You know what I mean? Like a reactionary psyop. This is actually, Nuka Zeus is actually what conservatives think are happening to white people when they, like liberals, when they watch TV. Okay, they watch MSN. Brother, this man, he watched MSNBC one time. Look at him. He hates white people now. He said he wanted to get a kill whitey tattoo.
Okay. Now you used the N-word when you were describing, you know, a situation just now. Do you use the N-word on a regular basis?
I used to. When I first got locked up, and when I was in
What?
juvie at 13,
This dude was in jail. Oh, he was in juvie. Okay, that's different. Okay, I was gonna say there's no shot they would kill him, I think, if he was in like actual jail. Cause like he's so fucked up. Like he can't join. He is, depending on what kind of jail he's going to, what kind of prison he's going to, like he's not, like he can't join anyone. You know what I mean? Like he can't join any of the black gangs, 100%. And he definitely can't join the white supremacists like Aryan Nation or some shit. You know they're putting him, they're putting him next to the pedophiles. Why are you hating on him? He might be a really nice person. I mean, it's funny. I have to joke
told
about this.
me
I'm
like,
sorry, dude.
yo, if you want to get respect, you got to be saying that word. Which was weird, but like after that, it was in my vocabulary all the time. But again, as I Asian got older, you know, I view the word differently, and I pull back, and I don't say it all the time like I used to. It just slips out, or you know, just every now and then when it's really needed to be said. You know, and it's like there's two different ways.
Okay, that was pretty cool though. Like I do appreciate it when people like come up with new words and stuff. Like that was pretty tight. Oldered. I've never heard that before. You have to admit that's unique. But also, he's saying tactical N-word. You know what I mean? He uses it as it's needed. Like he doesn't just drop it all the time now. Mexican Norteros kick it with the black people in prison. A lot of Mexicans say the N-word too, given the environment they share. Yeah, but this guy is not like, you know what I mean? This dude is in a very different position. Knights of the Oldered Republic. Oh, that's great.
Older, you know, I view the word differently, and I pull back, and I don't say it all the time like I used to. It just slips out, or you know, just every now and then when it's really needed to be said. You know, and it's like there's two different ways, because there's two different kinds of people. There's the people that are like, you know, nobody should be saying that word. You know, we all need to stop saying that word. It has a bad past to it, and all that. But then on the other side, it's like it's just a word. Everybody should be able to say it. You know, we're giving the word power by saying that it affects us a certain way. So it's like I'm stuck between these.
Bro, he's literally doing like every white guy meme about black people. Like, this is awesome. It's great.
Two sides of people.
This is the whitest you can get. Is the horseshoe theory of being white. Is like when you go so far white, you become this. If whiteness is determined, and by the way, what I'm talking about is true. Whiteness is determined by your proximity to blackness. Whiteness can only be defined by what it's not. Okay? Because it's an exclusionary concept. It's a concept based around purity, right? And I've never met someone with a further proximity to blackness than this guy, okay? Like literally the whitest. He was so far white that this is what happened. Okay. Like, like how did he not accidentally, like, I don't know, pick up a few things about the culture? Like, I feel like growing up in Turkey and watching fucking Aaron Magruder and Dave Chappelle know more about black culture than he does without even ever being around a black person. You know what I mean? Like he literally has not even accidentally picked up anything. Okay. No shot has he ever been around black people. I just don't believe it. My partner just got clapped by one of your mods because of a joke, and my partner, are distraught because they miss being in chat. What is this? The chances are pretty high.
And I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I pull myself back from saying it all. But one thing I would never do in my life, if my balls mattered, you know what I'm saying? I would never say the hard R. That word makes me fucking go ape shit.
Wow. It's principled. He has principles, dude. He's a principled and
you know, you're
okay. Okay. This is where I have to end it, unfortunately, today, folks. I'll be back tomorrow, obviously, for some more funsies. You know, we're making a return to like more fun content. Unfortunately, I have to end it right here because we gotta go. I was wrong. I'm super late as always. Austin's on his way over. So I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow. Here's a 3-minute ad, last 3-minute ad break here.